Hello everyone, in this tutorial you will create sheet metal component of the holder clip shown in figure here. The thickness of the sheet of the holder clip is 1 mm and its views and dimensions are shown in figure here. With the help of these views and dimensions, you have to create this component. Flat pattern of the component is shown in figure here. This one is the flat pattern of the sheet metal component. Invoking a sheet metal workspace, choose the sheet metal tab. From the ribbon, the sheet metal workspace is invoked. Click on the sheet metal tab to invoke the sheet metal workspace. Setting the parameters for the sheet metal component. Choose the sheet metal rules tool from the modify panel of the sheet metal tab. The sheet metal rules dialog box is displayed. Choose the sheet metal rules. Sheet metal rules dialog box is displayed here. Hover the cursor on the steel default node. The edit rule and new rule options are displayed on the right. Hover cursor here. You can see that edit rule and new rule options get displayed. Click on the edit rule option. The edit rule dialog box is displayed. Click here. Edit rule dialog box is displayed here. Enter 1 in the thickness edit box and expand the bend conditions node. Enter 1 in the thickness edit box. Also expand bend condition node. Enter 2 in the bend radius edit box. Here you have to enter 2. Keep rest of the values as default and then choose the save button from the edit rule dialog box and close the button. Drawing the sketch for the base wall. Choose the create sketch tool from the create panel of the sheet metal tab in the ribbon and select the exit plane from the browser bar. Choose the create sketch tool from the create panel. Now expand the origin node and select exit plane from the browser bar. Create a sketch for the base wall. Choose the line tool and then create the sketch for the base wall. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Now you can see that sketch for the base wall is created. Now you have to apply geometrical constant to the sketch. Choose horizontal or vertical constraint from the constraint panel and apply wherever required. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Next you have to dimension the sketch. For the dimension, you have to refer this figure. Choose the sketch dimension tool from the create panel and start dimensioning the sketch. Now you can see that the sketch gets fully defined after applying the geometrical and dimensional constant to the sketch. Right click here and then choose OK button from the marking menu. Choose the Finish Sketch tool from the ribbon. Click on the Finish Sketch button. Now click on the Home button to get its isometric view. Converting the sketch into a base wall. Choose the Flange tool from the Create panel of the Sheet Metal tab. The Flange dialog box is displayed. Choose the Flange tool from the Create panel. Flange dialog box is displayed here. Select the sketch from the graphics window. Preview of the base feature is displayed. Select the sketch. Choose the OK button from the dialog box. Base wall is created. Click on the OK button. Now you can see that base wall is created. Creating the first contour flange. Choose the Create Sketch tool from the Create panel of the Sheet Metal tab in the ribbon and then select the face. Click on Create Sketch button. Then select this face. Create a sketch of the profile of the contour flange. Choose the Line tool and then create the profile of the contour flange. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Now you have to dimension this sketch. For the dimension, you have to refer this figure. This one is how much? 41 and this one is 22. Select the Sketch Dimension tool from the Create panel and then select this line. Place the dimension here. Enter 22 in the dimensional box. Now select this line and place the dimension here. Enter 41 in the dimensional box. Now you can see that the sketch gets fully defined. Choose the Finish Sketch button from the ribbon. Next, choose the Flange tool from the Create panel. The Flange dialog box is displayed. Click on the Finish Sketch button. Click here to get the isometric view of the component. Choose the Flange tool from the Create panel. Now you can see that Flange dialog box is displayed here. Select one of the two sketched lines as the profile for creating the flange. As the other line is a part of same sketch, it gets automatically selected and turned blue, and also the flange dialog box gets modified. In this dialog box, the name of the selected profile is displayed in the display box. Select the sketch. Flange dialog box gets expanded. Select the edge on the right of the top face to create the flange. Select this edge. Accept the remaining default values and choose OK to create the flange. A bend is automatically created between the base sheet and the flange. Click on the OK button. Similarly, create the profile of the second contour flange on the other side of the base wall. Choose the Create Sketch tool and then create the profile of the second contour flange. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Now choose the Sketch Dimension tool and dimension the sketch. Choose the Finish Sketch tool from the ribbon. Click on the Home button to get the isometric view of the model. Invoke the Flange dialog box by clicking on the Flange tool in the Create panel. Next, select this sketch. Flange dialog box gets expanded. Select the edge on the left of the top face to create the flange. Select this edge. Then choose the OK button from the flange dialog box. Now you can see that second contour flange on the other side of the base wall is created. Creating the third contour flange. Create a sketch for the contour flange on the planar face of the base feature. Choose the Create Sketch tool from the Create panel. Then select this face. Now choose the Line tool and create the sketch for the third contour flange. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Next choose the Sketch Dimension tool and dimension the sketch. Choose the Finish Sketch button from the ribbon. Next choose the Flange tool from the Create panel. The Flange dialog box is displayed. Choose the Finish Sketch button. Click on the Home button to get the isometric view of the model. Choose the Flange tool from the Create panel. Flange dialog box is displayed here. Select the sketch created in step 1 as the contour. For creating the flange, the selected profile gets added in the display box. Select the sketch. Enter -27 in the distance edit box of the flange dialog box. Enter -27 in the distance edit box. Select horizontal edge on the top face to create the flange. Select this edge. Accept the remaining default options and choose OK to create the flange. Click on the OK button. Now you can see the third contour flange is created. Creating a cut and a new face on the front face of the third contour flange. Create the sketch of the cut feature on the front face of the third contour flange. After creating the sketch, choose the Finish Sketch button from the ribbon. Choose the Create Sketch tool from the Create panel. Then select this face. Now select 2-point rectangle tool. Then create a sketch for the cut feature. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Now choose the Sketch Dimension tool from the Create panel and then dimension the sketch. Choose the Finish Sketch button from the ribbon. Invoke the Extrude tool from the Create panel of the Sheet Metal tab and then create the cut feature by selecting all options from the Extend Type drop-down list. Next choose the Flip button to reverse the direction. Choose the Extrude tool from the Create panel. Extrude dialog box is displayed here. Now select the sketch. Make sure that all options should be selected in the Extend Type drop-down list. And choose the Flip button from the Extrude dialog box. Make sure that cut option should be selected in the operation drop-down list. Now choose the OK button from the Extrude dialog box. Now you can see that cut feature is created here. Similarly, define a sketch plane on the front face of the third contour flange and create a new rectangular face by using the Extrude tool. Choose the Create Sketch tool from the Create panel, then select this face. Choose the 2-point rectangle tool and then create a sketch. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Now choose the Sketch Dimension tool and dimension the sketch. This one is how much? 13, and this one is 10. For the dimension, you can refer this figure. Choose the finish sketch button from the ribbon. Now click on the home button to get the isometric view of the component. Now select the extrude tool from the create panel. Select the sketch which you have created. Enter -1 in the dimension edit box in the extrude dialog box. Make sure that join option should be selected in the operation drop down list. Make sure that join option is selected in the operation drop down list. Click on the OK button. Now you can see that new face is created on the selected face. Add the chamfer by using the chamfer tool in the modify panel. Click here, then choose chamfer tool from the modify panel. Now you can see that chamfer dialog box is displayed here. From this dialog box, you have to select distance and angle option from the type drop down list. Now rotate the model with the help of the V cube and select this edge. On selecting this edge, distance edit box and angle edit box are displayed in the chamfer dialog box. Now enter 6 in the distance edit box and 45 in the angle edit box. Now click on the OK button. Now you can see that chamfer is created on the selected edge. Creating rounds and holes and saving the components. Create all rounds by using the fillet tool. Choose the fillet tool from the modify panel. Fillet dialog box is displayed here. Now select the edges on which you have to apply the fillet. Enter 7 in the radius edit box. Choose OK from the fillet dialog box. Fillet gets applied to the selected edge. Create 2 holes by using the hole tool from the create panel of the solid tab. Choose the create sketch tool from the create panel. Now select this face. Next click here, then choose point tool from the create panel and click here to create point. Right click here, then choose OK from the mark menu. Now select sketch dimension tool from the create panel and dimension the point. Right click here, then choose cancel option from the marking menu. Next choose the finish sketch button from the ribbon. Click on the home icon to get the isometric view of the component. Click here, then choose hole tool from the create panel. Hole dialog box is displayed here. Next select this point. Make sure that 2 options should be selected in the extend drop down list. Next choose the flat button from the drill point area. Now enter 13 in the diameter edit box. Rotate the model with the help of the view cube and select this face as the termination face. Now click on the OK button. Now you can see that hole is created here. Next you have to create another hole. Again select the create a sketch tool from the create panel. Then select this face. Click here, then choose point tool from the create panel. Create a point here. Right click here, then choose OK from the marking menu. Choose the sketch dimension tool from the create panel and dimension this point. Choose the finish sketch button from the ribbon. Click here, then choose hole tool from the create panel. Hole dialog box is displayed here. Select this point. Make sure that two options should be selected in the extents drop down list. Next select flat button if it is not chosen. And enter 8 in the diameter edit box. Now rotate the model with the help of the V cube. Select this face as the termination face. Choose the OK button from the whole dialog box. Click on the home button to get the isometric view of the model. The final sheet metal component of holder clip is created. Save the sheet metal component with the name C09-Tude01 under the CAD/CAM project. Click here, then choose Save option from the File menu. Enter C09-Tude01 in the name edit box. Click here, then choose CAD/CAM project from the project column. Choose the Save button from the Save dialog box to save the component. Thank you for watching this video.